Hey, I'm in one of my favorite places in the world, Taipei, Taiwan, for Lunar New Year week. So in this video, lots of highlights and tips for your next visit to Taipei.
Let's get started on this whirlwind look at Lunar New Year week in Taipei. If you're in Taipei before Lunar New Year, a visit to the Diwa Street New Year's Market is a must. One of Taipei's most iconic holiday traditions, the market transforms this historic district of centuries-old shophouses into a vibrant celebration of the season. For generations, families have come here to prepare for the new year, filling the narrow streets with color, energy, and the unmistakable aromas of festive foods. Everywhere you look, stalls overflow with Lunar New Year favorites, from dried squid and egg rolls to cod roe and countless other ingredients found on Taiwanese reunion dinner tables. For many visitors, a stop at the City God Temple is also an important part of the experience. The temple is especially popular among singles because it is home to Yulao, the matchmaker god, often referred to as the Cupid god. According to local tradition, those who pray to Yulao may find romance in the year ahead, perhaps even the love of their life during the year of the horse. Today, the Diwa Street Lunar New Year Market remains one of Taipei's most vibrant and beloved holiday experiences. Having spent years living in Taipei, it's also one of those places that always made me feel part of the celebration rather than simply an observer.
It's been 7 years since I lived in Taipei, and certainly in my view, things are not exactly the same as they used to be, and some things since COVID have changed, or places aren't as busy as they used to be. And a couple of friends warned me about Diwa Street here, the Diwa Street Lunar New Year Market, that it wasn't as busy as it used to be. But tonight, being here the night before New Year's Eve, anything but that. It's just jam-packed here with people. It's a really nice mood. The people hawking their specialty foods are at it as normal. The only thing that's lacking is the loud music everywhere, which personally I'm totally fine not dealing with.
The morning before Lunar New Year, Taipei's Binjiang Market is a city in motion. Families crowd the market's narrow streets, making their final preparations for the most important meal of the year, the Lunar New Year reunion dinner. As one of Taipei's largest wholesale food markets, Binjiang offers a fascinating glimpse into the scale of the holiday preparations taking place across the city. Every stall seems to be doing brisk business. Just around the corner, long queues have formed outside popular seafood vendors and restaurants, where customers wait patiently to take home fresh sushi, sashimi, and seafood platters that will soon be shared around family tables. This is arguably one of the best places in Taipei to buy seafood and whole fish, a traditional symbol of abundance and prosperity in the year ahead.
So as you can see, it's almost anticlimactic, the lead up to New Year's Day here in Taipei. But I can guarantee you, even with all of the shouting here and the last minute preparations, people dashing around to get food for the reunion dinner, that New Year's Day, as far as the spectacle goes, will not let you down here in Taipei.
On the eve of Lunar New Year, the sound of chanting fills Longshan Temple, one of Taipei's most revered temples and a spiritual heart of the city's historic Wanhua district. Worshippers gather to offer prayers and incense, giving thanks for the past year and seeking blessings, health, and prosperity for the one to come. For many, beginning the new year here is a tradition that spans generations. Just beyond the temple grounds, the streets of Wanhua remain full of life. Despite the importance of gathering at home on Lunar New Year's Eve, many families and friends are still out enjoying the neighborhood's bustling night markets, soaking up the festive atmosphere before the celebration begins. On Lunar New Year's Day, thousands of worshippers make their way to Longshan Temple, one of Taipei's most revered spiritual landmarks. From the moment the gates open, the temple fills with people seeking blessings, good fortune, and peace in the year ahead. For many Taiwanese families, visiting Longshan Temple at the start of the new year is more than a religious observance. It's a way to begin the year with hope, reflection, and a connection to centuries of faith and tradition. At the heart of the temple in the main hall stands Guanyin, the Bodhisattva of compassion. From the temple steps, the scale of the gathering becomes clear. The courtyard below is packed wall to wall, a sea of worshippers moving through the sacred space in a quiet but constant rhythm. Further inside, the rear courtyards are just as busy. Here, worshippers continue their prayers before a variety of deities, moving from shrine to shrine in a tradition that has been practiced for generations. For me, this is the most familiar image of Lunar New Year in Taipei, a scene that brings back memories of many New Year's days spent here over the years. Living in Taiwan, places like Longshan Temple never felt like tourist attractions. They felt like part of the community that welcomed me and made Taipei feel like home. As we make our way back through the entrance courtyard, one final glance reveals a familiar scene. Worshippers arriving, others departing, and the temple continuing its role as a spiritual center for the community. Outside, the celebration continues. Across Wenhua, side streets, markets, and public squares are filled with people enjoying the first day of the new year, carrying the festive spirit far beyond the temple walls.
You know, I think I still need some time to reflect on this whole experience, not having been here in 7 years and then coming back. This was a ritual for me every year, the 6 years that I lived here. So I think I need a little time to reflect, but a wonderful experience and always inspirational to see the seniors out that, do their best to come out, and some of them it's hard to walk and deal with the crowds, but they truly are an inspiration, I think, to anybody.
From Wenhua, we make our way north to Bao'an Temple, one of Taipei's most celebrated historic temples. Built in the early 19th century by immigrants from Fujian province, the temple is dedicated to Baosheng Dadi, the Taoist god of medicine and healing. On this New Year's Day, the crowd appears even larger than I remember from previous visits. Worshippers stream through the temple grounds, offering incense and prayers for good health, good fortune, and a prosperous year ahead. But Bao'an Temple is remarkable for more than its religious significance. Widely regarded as one of Taiwan's finest examples of traditional temple architecture, it is also a masterpiece of craftsmanship and artistry. Every surface seems to tell a story. Look closely, and you'll find scenes from Chinese folklore, symbols of protection, and centuries of artistic tradition preserved in remarkable detail. More than just a place of worship, Bao'an Temple is a cultural treasure, one that has been carefully preserved and lovingly maintained by the local community for generations. Just beyond the temple grounds, Dalong Street Night Market continues a tradition of its own. Serving the neighborhood for generations, this local market offers a glimpse of everyday Taipei, where family-run food stalls and community life remain at the heart of Lunar New Year celebrations. From Yuanshan, we ride Taipei's MRT Red Line north to Guandu Station. After arriving, lantern-lined streets and narrow alleyways guide visitors toward one of the city's oldest and most revered temples, Guandu Temple. Founded more than 300 years ago, Guandu Temple is one of Taipei's oldest places of worship and is dedicated primarily to Mazu, the revered goddess of the sea. During Lunar New Year, thousands of worshippers visit to offer prayers for protection, good fortune, and safe journeys in the year ahead. Beyond the main temple halls, a short passage leads into Guandu Temple's Buddha Cave. Emerging from the cave, visitors are greeted by one of the temple's most striking landmarks, the Thousand-Hand Guanyin. Standing high above the grounds, the statue symbolizes Guanyin's boundless compassion and her ability to help those in need. Its many arms represent the countless ways mercy and protection can reach the faithful. From the terrace below, sweeping views stretch across the Tam Sui River, creating a dramatic backdrop that has made Guandu Temple one of Taipei's most distinctive and memorable places of worship. As night falls, the illuminated halls of Guandu Temple take on a quiet beauty, their ornate rooftops glowing against the evening sky. Nearby, along the riverside market, families gather for food, children enjoy vintage rides and carnival games, and the atmosphere feels like a glimpse into an older Taipei, nostalgic, unhurried, and full of Lunar New Year charm. It's places like this that helped me fall in love with Taiwan all those years ago. From the tranquility of Taipei's historic temples, we head to Ximending, the city's vibrant entertainment district and one of its busiest gathering places during the Lunar New Year holiday. Among the crowds, a street performer attracts attention with a bird of prey perched on his arm, an unexpected sight in the heart of the pedestrian zone. Our Lunar New Year journey continues in Taipei's Songshan district. At Raha Night Market, one of the city's oldest and most beloved night markets. Stretching nearly 600 meters alongside historic Siyu Temple, Raha has been a gathering place for food lovers for decades. While Shilin Night Market remains Taipei's most famous, many locals now favor Raha for its more manageable layout, strong food culture, and concentration of long-established vendors. On our way to Siyu Temple, we pass Fuzhou Shizu Pepper Pork Bun, arguably Raha's most famous food stall, where long lines form throughout the day. Bathed in the evening light, Siyu Temple feels almost magical. Dedicated to Mazu, the goddess of the sea, it has stood at the heart of Songshan for more than 250 years and is best known for its annual Mazu Parade, which draws thousands of worshippers each year. Inside the temple, free noodles are being shared with worshippers, a simple gesture that reflects the spirit of community, generosity, and good fortune that defines the Lunar New Year season. After experiencing the energy of Taipei's Lunar New Year traditions after dark, a new day brings a different side of the city, one shaped by history, rivers, and reflection. Along the Tam Sui River, the Daocheng Wharf offers a different perspective on Taipei, where the city's trading past meets its modern waterfront culture. As people relax at riverside cafes and stroll along the promenade, we make our way back to where this Lunar New Year journey began, the historic streets of Diwa. Returning to Diwa Street, the atmosphere has transformed. Just days earlier, this neighborhood was filled with crowds preparing for the holiday. Now, under clear skies and gentle winter sunshine, visitors take their time exploring shops, enjoying cafes, and experiencing one of Taipei's oldest districts. For more than a century, Diwa Street has been a center of trade and commerce, with many of its historic shophouses still reflecting the neighborhood's rich heritage. While the Lunar New Year crowds have faded, the spirit of Diwa remains. Here, Taipei's past and present continue to come together, a place where traditions are preserved and the heartbeat of the city can still be felt. And after returning to Taipei during Lunar New Year, years after first discovering this city, it becomes clear that this celebration is about more than welcoming a new year. It is about reconnecting with family, honoring traditions, and sharing moments that bring generations together, keeping the spirit of the holiday alive in the heart of the city.
Day 5 of the Lunar New Year, and I'm back down on Diwa Street. Never used to see it this busy after the market in the past, but like that, things change. Very nice to see. Makes me miss Taipei so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, got something out of it. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. More from East Asia, Southeast Asia, and South Asia. From Taipei, Taiwan, this is John Sabo. Jinian Kuai Le.
Real question is, out of those 600 or so deities, is there also one that people can pray to if they're seeking a divorce?